Hey there folks, this is GreenXI welcoming you back to the Green Vlog. It is the 10th of July 2013. First off, I'd like to apologise a little bit for not recording any of these for a couple of days, and that's because I've had quite a lot on, hobby-wise, I mean. I'll explain that as we go through. First up, this singer that I'd like to mention, she's got a proper CD album record. She's been signed. She's been signed to a contract, you know, that sort of singer. She's made it proper. But her old stuff were like covers of Final Fantasy and different video games. She's done plenty, like You're Not Alone, Melodies of Life, and she orchestrates everything herself. She plays all the instruments, she does the voice work. It's brilliant. And now her CD has come out. It's a little bit different because it's not just cover work, but it's still good because it's still her voice and her work, and you can still feel that it's all her, you know. And her name is Kate the Great, or as her channel is called now, it is Erutan Music. So search that up on YouTube, and that is E-R-U-T-A-N Music, separate word. And her new song is Song of Joy. There's absolutely no lyrics to it, but there's a little bit of voice work, if that makes sense, sort of like. Well, I'm not going to do it. You can never make me do it, so I won't do that. But yeah, have a look her up, because it's pretty ethereal. Yeah. But here is one of the reasons why I've been a bit off with the vloggy stuff lately, and that is because I've been having Dazzle troubles. Now, the Dazzle is the capture card that lets you record video games off the PS3, it lets you record the TV, it lets you record things and burn them onto a disc if you really want to do that, but I don't do that, I just check it on YouTube obviously. So there's that, and I would like to explain why it doesn't work. As you know, the computer has Windows 8, where I used to use Windows 7. It works completely fine on Windows 7. Now with Windows 8, it sort of isn't compatible, technically. So, I use the same TV for the consoles as well as the PC. So, when I need to record, I need to go on the PC part, start the recording software, and then I have to switch over from HDMI channel to AV2. Now when I switch over to AV2, on the PC part, the recording software crashes. So when I turn it back over, it will only have recorded like 20 seconds or something. And that's a huge problem, obviously. I'm not going to be able to record in 20-second chunks. So I found a workaround, eventually, and that is, so long as my headphones are plugged into both the USB and the headphone port, no, the microphone port, because it's got two different types of plugs on the headphones, it will work. It'll carry on recording. I don't have a clue why. It doesn't work when I put normal earphones in the earphone jack. It doesn't work if just a different microphone is in the USB port. It seems unique to these headphones, and I don't understand it at all. But I'm not going to complain, because at least it works. At least I've found a workaround. I'm just going to be a bit wary about sort of buying new headphones in case they don't work for it, you know? But I'm not going to worry about that until the time comes, until the headphones break or whatever happens. So yeah, the Dazzle works again. I can capture. And that's proven by the fact that my new Let's Play is currently being uploaded one day at a time. 2 episodes have been uploaded so far, as well as the opening. And they seem to be recording completely fine, and they seem to be going quite well, I think. Zelda Oracle of Seasons, I just love the game. It's part of a pair, both made by Nintendo and Capcom, which is quite strange for a Zelda game. I wouldn't expect Capcom to be a part of a Nintendo only game, but they are, so they're really good. And you can interchange, swap things, swap passwords and stuff between them, link them both together if you've got a Game Boy Advance link cable, and sort of just change the story a little bit here and there by having both games and playing through them sort of one after the other. Yeah, it's really good. So I'm going through seasons first. I don't know if I'll be doing Oracle of Ages yet. I can't see why not, to be honest, because it's going to be a short series anyway, but I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. It depends how I feel at the time. I'll do it at some point, whether it's straight after seasons. Who can say yet? Who can say? I was going to say something else about it as well, but I can't remember. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot more than Killer 7. I've said this in a few different videos now, I think. In the LP videos, I've posted it on forums and stuff, but I've been enjoying it a lot more on Killer 7. Not because Killer 7 isn't a good game, because it is. It's a pretty amazing game. Probably my favourite shooter, or single player shooter. But it was just hard to commentate on the game because it's quite repetitive, even if the gameplay is fun. And even if there are some unique things to each episode, it's still quite repetitive for the rest of the part. Does that make sense? I hope so. I do. What else have we got to talk about? Because I've written it all down. I'm getting a bit forgetful in my old age. Oh, this is going to be hard to explain. Okay, so Higurashi, do you know the manga? If you've been watching my vlogs, it's a murder mystery in a little out-of-the-way village with hardly anyone living there. Well, I've now made it on to the answer arcs, which sort of answer all the questions, all the riddles that were brought up in the question arcs, the first 4 arcs. So, what I've done, I've ordered the answer arcs to the very first couple of books of the manga, couple of mangas of the series. The original series was called Abducted by Demons. These are the answers showing exactly what happened and made the murderer murder and things like that. It's called Atonement Arc. So somebody's going to be atoning for their sins, or trying to, we'll see. This is the first volume. There are actually 4 volumes to each of the question answer arcs, so it's pretty difficult to explain what happens in each. I haven't even read it yet, so that's going to make it even harder. Volume 2. I'm just going to show you them all so that you know what sort of thing to expect, maybe. Volume 3. And Volume 4. Yeah, they all follow on from each other, so you have to read one of the volumes in these 4 to carry on. They follow on directly, you really have to read them in order and everything. So there's that. That's been my nose is itching so bad. So many people have looked at me today going, as if I'm picking my nose, but I'm not, I'm just scratching the inside. It's awkward, it's bloody awkward, but there's nothing I can do about it. So anyway, oh, last of all, it's been boiling in Britain. Let's have a look what the weather outside is like now. It's actually pretty cloudy right now, which is the first time for maybe a week. It's been bright blue sky all the time. But yeah, it's been so hot normally that I've been going down the lake, the local lake. It's not exactly massive. It's pretty small really for a lake. And you go down there. There used to be like this giant pagoda as soon as you go there, like Chinese symbol. But I don't know. But they used to be amazing, but they chopped it down. It was probably rotting or something. And now it's just like 2 stumps in the shapes of seats that they made out of it. That was an interesting idea, but it's not the same. Obviously, it's a giant Chinese symbol. And then when you get halfway around the lake, you can cross over this bridge to the middle of the lake, and there is a cafe, a Chinese-style pagoda cafe, which you walk in, and it's like all wooden and echoey when you talk. It's pretty amazing. Even when there's people in there, it just echoes, and it's nice. It's nice. The people there don't have a clue what they're doing. They give you different prices every time. Even though there's a price board right up on the wall, they give you different prices every time you buy the same thing. And I've been going down there quite a bit, just taking like some manga or a book or something, and just reading around the lake in the sun. It's been nice. Sometimes I go down with a mate, but otherwise, you know. And it's been fun because just get a drink, get a lolly or something, sit there, and do shit all. And I think that's pretty much all I've got to talk about. Oh, if you saw my other vloggy my other Green Vlog episode, you'll know that I've been to the dentist and had a temporary fill-in ready for, it's next Wednesday now, on the 17th of July. I will be having this temporary fill-in taken out of my tooth and having a proper one fitted. It had to be sent off and everything and moulded, and it's strange. It's not like a normal fill-in, but I don't really understand what it is, what makes it different. It's supposed to make it harder to come out because my last one came out, and that's why I'm having this one. We'll see how that goes. But otherwise, I've had quite a quiet bit of time apart from the LP and the dazzle problems. And I think that's why I've been spending a couple of days just trying to fix the dazzle pretty much, and that's been awkward. I've been trying to read a bit more of Stephen King's 11/22/63 as well, that. It's quite possibly the worst book I've read by him. Possibly. I mean, I didn't like... Oh, now that's a question. What was it called? There's another book of his that's actually old, which he wrote after he had a car accident, a proper crash and everything, and he was just recovering from all that, from being in hospital and stuff. And he wrote a book, what was it called? Dreamcatcher, that's the one. That was pretty terrible as well. The film too, that was pretty awful. I've spoken to a couple of people who said they liked it, but I don't see it. I don't see it. It's a bit... I don't know. They like shit out the aliens and that just put me off right away. It's not scary then, is it? It's just a comedy. When there's just this mute Indian woman shitting out aliens all over the place, you just know there's something wrong with the story. So, and that really is about it. I would like to talk about something new next time. I'm gonna have to try something and talk to you about how it goes. Something new. We'll see. We'll see. You'll notice my eyes are a bit more closed than usual probably this time. Even though I'm actually staring at the camera this time instead of staring at the video. It's because I'm so tired. The heat has been getting to me so much that it's been like... I've been lying in bed and I just can't sleep. I'd wake up in the morning at about 8 to 9 o'clock when I normally get about 10 or 11 probably, and I just can't. I can't get back to sleep because of the heat. The noise don't help around the house, but you know, the heat mostly. And that really is it. This has been GreenXI. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Green Vlog. I shall see you again sometime soon when I have something more to talk about. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. I don't want to be talking about crap all in the episode. So, this has been GreenXI. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you.